Thinking about moving to Northern Virginia? Let me tell you why Burke wins. I want to introduce you to Burke, Virginia. It was recently voted one of the best places to live in Northern Virginia, from its top-rated schools and stress-free suburban lifestyle to easy commutes into DC and beautiful homes like the one I'm in right now. This is my listing here in Burke. Burke really does have it all. Hi, I'm Kristen Borschon, your local Fairfax County real estate expert. I help buyers and sellers make smart moves in Northern Virginia. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe for more insider information, neighborhood tours, and little savvy tidbits that I give about the housing and the marketing that we live in. But if you're ready to explore Burke for yourself, reach out to me directly. I'd love to help you find your place here. So welcome to Burke, Virginia, where suburban charm and excellent schools and easy access to the DC area job market meet quality of life. Yes, that's right. If you're thinking about moving here or just curious about what living in Burke is like, stick around. Today I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about this beautiful home that I have here at 9099 Blue Jug Landing as a case study. We're gonna explore some neighborhood life, the commuting, schools, which are highly, highly important, and the local real estate market. All the things that have made Burke one of the top places to live in Northern Virginia in 2025. So first up, let's talk about this cutie little house at 9099 Blue Jug Landing in Burke, Virginia. It's in the Signal Hill neighborhood, a very, very desirable neighborhood. A lot of these homes were built in the 80s on generous tree-lined lots, so they're very established. And a lot of the neighborhoods do look the same. They look like little houses, right, depending on the square footage, on tree-lined lots and highly landscaped. This house that I'm in right now has 3 beds, 3.5 baths, about 1,500 square feet. It's a single family home with 1-car garage. And a lot of the updates have already been done for you, which is what sellers are doing in this area. There's fresh paint, there's luxury plank hardwood, there's new carpet in the bedrooms. The lower level has a huge rec area that walks out. This home is listed for $769,000, so think about that price. But this is a home that's very typical. It's a mix of comfort. We have some updated features from a 1984 home in a suburban neighborhood. Check out my link down below for some more description, info, and photos if you're interested. But one of the real draws of a lot of these neighborhoods is, especially like this home, it's on a double cul-de-sac or a quieter street with no through traffic. It gives you privacy and calm, yet you're still within reach of everything you need. Many of the neighborhoods here are designed this way because it's a suburban lifestyle living. So it's great to live here. It's definitely family friendly. Median home price here are around $768,000. So guess what? We're priced right around the median. The average age here is around 40 years old. So population here is a little bit younger. It's under 50,000 people. And the number one point to make about Burke is that it's a real family-oriented community. Many households do have children, but there's also a mix of people here, right? There's retirees, there's people who've already raised their kids, and then there's also some young couples and single people moving in. One of the biggest perks about living in Burke is the schools. It's serviced by Fairfax County Public School District, and these schools often rank near the top in Virginia for public schools, both in terms of their academics, supporting extracurriculars, all the things that parents want. Parents love that there's good student-teacher ratios, there's a strong community feel and involvement, and there's a variety of programs for the kiddos to get involved in. There's arts, there's STEM, there's athletics. So if you have kids or plan to, Burke offers an option that is part of the appeal because the school district is about catering to the kids. So let's talk about commuting, because you're probably going to be working when you're here. So if you're working in DC or Arlington or any of the major hubs, Burke offers quite a few options for you to get around. So the VRE is actually located in Burke, which is the central station. It's right here off of Rolling Road. They are on the Manassas line. And for some people, this is a good solution to avoid driving all the way around this area, right? You just get on the commuter train and you go to where you need to go. There's bus routes, there's the Fairfax Connector, there's regional bus services that provide hubs to all the metro stations, Pentagon, and DC. Driving is obviously still what most people do. Typical commute time for residents here is between 25 and 30 minutes. Could be a little longer during peak hours, especially when all the DC traffic and things get out. Or if you're going to Tyson's or Pentagon, it may be a little bit longer. There's also some construction going on here, but you know, if you take public transit, if you do other things, if you carpool, which is very big here, you can definitely cut down that time and get around pretty easily. The appeal of this place is the suburban lifestyle that's quieter, but you can still reach the major employment centers without extreme sacrifice, especially if you have some flexible work time, or you can work partially from, you know, from home. So one of the reasons that Burke really ranks well is, you know, beyond the home life, right? What is Burke really like? It's like a small town suburban feel, you know, more than just the good schools and the commute. We have excellent parks and recreation here. There's Burke Lake Park, which is a huge 888 acreage park. It has a lake there, and it has jogging trails or walking trails, boat rentals, sports fields, picnic spots, miniature golf, playgrounds, and just places to gather. So it's really nice. There's also, you know, the feel of most of these places that are kind of tucked away. There's less traffic. It feels peaceful. You have all the amenities just down the road. Burke has a, you know, a lot of shopping areas with not only, you know, big box stores, but also local businesses, weekend farmers markets, which I was just at last week. So you get this mix of this small town place with amenities, but you get all the perks of living in a single family house in the suburbs, right? Most residents here own their home. It's something that they do here, and neighborhoods are generally safe and well maintained. Home ownership is very prideful here. And like I said before, you know, the schools are probably the biggest draw of this area. Next is probably the commute. And then to tie with that is the quality of life living in the suburbs, right? So those kind of three things are really what are attracting people here. But as I said, you know, no place is perfect. So I want to go through who this might work best for if you are considering a move to Burke. So obviously we talked about the excellent school system, the suburban quiet neighborhoods with lots of green space. We have reasonable access to major job centers, DC, Pentagon, Tyson's, especially with transit options, right? Really, really close by. There's a strong sense of community here. People are super nice here. There's a lot of amenities nearby without the urban area chaos. However, the cons, it's very expensive to live here. Obviously this house, $769,000, right? Commuting times can be a little more, especially now that we have some construction here. And there may be limited transit times that you can get those trains to. And this isn't really the nightlife kind of place that you would go to. You need to drive to go to those amenities. So it's probably best if you don't want a super urban area, but you want to be close to an urban area, and you want access to the Washington, D.C. area. You can afford a little bit higher price tag because you value the quality of this lifestyle over what's really going on. So the question is now, did Burke win? Is Burke the right place for you? If you love the idea of living in a quiet, leafy neighborhood with great top-tier public schools, easy commute options, and suburban amenities, then yes, Burke is a strong contender. And homes like this one, 9099 Blue Jug Landing, show you the kind of quality and value you're getting here. You're in an updated home, it's ready to move in, it's very peaceful, it's located, you know, in a great area, and you move right in and then you enjoy all the amenities around it. So if Burke looks like your type of community, give me a call, 703-888-9886. I'm going to help you find the right home here. Maybe it's this one, or I can help you sell yours if you are looking to relocate from Burke so the next family can move in and you can move on. Thanks for watching. Until next time.